Right. The next topic we are taking is maxima and minima. I am going to solve the problem given above, but before that let me show you some important points regarding maxima and minima. The first and foremost point, he will be giving some y function in terms of x, right? Y is a function in terms of x as given here, right? Now the first thing is f of x is equal to 0, right? At that particular point, if this particular f of x is equal to 0 and if you find the points of various points of x, then those will be called as zero crossings. Zero crossings. The first point to be remembered here is, if f of x equal to 0, then that particular points, that particular values of x at which this function is becoming 0 are called zero crossings, right? First point. Point number 2. For finding maxima or minima, we need to definitely differentiate the particular function, right? F dash x should be made equal to 0, right? The given y should be differentiated with respect to x and it is equal to 0, right? Then we will be finding some x values. We will be getting some x values, right? Those points are called stationary points. The second most important term here is called stationary points. If f of x is equal to 0, then they are called, the corresponding x values are called zero crossings. And if f dash x equal to 0, that is if the given y function is differentiated and if it is made equal to 0 and we found the respective x values, it becomes stationary points, right? And the third most important point here to be remembered is, if f double dash x is less than 0, if f double dash x, that is the given function f of x is double differentiated, if double differentiated and the values are substituted. I will show through the example. If f double dash x is less than 0, then that particular function becomes maxima at that particular point. The value we substituted here, at that particular point the function becomes maxima, right? If f double dash of x is greater than 0, if it is greater than 0, the opposite of maxima, minima, right? That particular value of x will have minima there. That function, if we draw, there we will be facing minima point, right? The most bottommost point, that is called minima point. Then if f double dash of x equal to 0, right? If f double dash of x equal to 0, that is if we substitute the value of, if we double differentiate the function and if you substitute that particular value of x, if the function becomes 0, then that point is called point of inflection, or neither maxima nor minima. Neither maxima nor minima point is called point of inflection, right? These are some of the important points corresponding to maxima and minima. The first point to be remembered is, if f of x equal to 0, then that particular points are called zero crossings. And if f dash x equal to 0, the corresponding x values we find are called stationary points. And the third and the most important point among all is, right, if f double dash of x less than 0, then it is called maxima. If f double dash of x greater than 0, it is called minima. If f double dash of x equal to 0, then it is neither maxima nor minima or point of inflection, right? These are the three important points to be remembered for solving maxima and minima, right? Now let me see the example. Given the function f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 25 has, he is asking what is there at that particular function, what is there, it is maxima or minima. We need to find that, right? He given f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 25, right? Now the first and foremost step for solving maxima minima is we need to differentiate the given function, right? Differentiation of x cube is 3x square, that is d by dx of x power n is n into x power n minus 1. We all know this from before. The next 6 into d by dx of x square is 2x and d by dx of x is 1 and d by dx of constant is 0, right? Now 3x square minus 12x plus 9 equal to 0. I will take 3 as common. X square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. If we factorize this, it will become x minus 1 into x minus 3 equal to 0, right? So we got 2 points here, which are x equal to 1 and 3, right? Now the second step in solving maximum minima is we need to double differentiate it. If double dash of x equal to, here we got that, and we need to differentiate it again. 3 into 2x, right? 3 into d by dx of x square is 2x minus, right? 12 into 1 d by dx of x is 1 equal plus d by dx of constant is 0, right? Now it becomes 6x minus 12. Now we need to substitute those points. If the first point is 1, f double dash of 1 is equal to 6 into 1 minus 12, which is minus 6, which is less than 0. Keep it aside for some time. And the second most point is f double dash of 3, right? 6 into 3 minus 12, 6, which is greater than 0. So we got 1 point. We already saw that if f double dash of x less than 0, it is maximum point. If f double dash of x greater than 0, we thought that's minima, right? So at x equal to 1, it is less than 0. The f double dash of 1 is less than 0. So it becomes maxima point, right? And at x equal to 3, it became minima point. So that particular function f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 25 has maxima point at x equal to 1 and minima point at x equal to 3. This is the actual procedure of solving a maxima minima problem. All these points, the maxima minima points we got are local maxima or local minima, right? These are just local maxima and local minima. There are other maxima and minima which are called global maxima and minima. We will take that example after in the next class, right? Thank you.